Hey everyone. So today I wanted to discuss Adrian Lyne's Fatal Attraction, starring a very obviously crazy looking Glenn Close and a ridiculously stupid Michael Douglas for not being able to tell that this chick was fucking crazy from the first time he sees her at the start of the movie. So for those of you out there that don't know this film, this is sort of the quintessential sort of affair gone wrong, don't fuck up your marriage for the sake of just getting laid type endeavor. Michael Douglas torpedoes his entire life because he wants to bang some random chick he meets at a party. And that random chick is, of course, a very obviously crazy looking Glenn Close. I mean, how come you can't see that in her the first time he looks at her? Like, Jesus fucking Christ, she looks like a loon. Like, I don't know, maybe it's because, like, I'm old and whatnot. I've been around for a while, so me identifying crazy looking people's gotten easier for me. But I saw this movie back when I was a kid, and I knew right away then, too, that Glenn Close was fucking bad news. So it starts, they meet at that party at the beginning, and then they kind of fuck a little in the elevator, and it's kind of exciting, and it's all sort of thrilling because his married life with the married kid and the married wife, and he's feeling kind of bored, even though I will say his wife is totally hot and she seems super cool. He does have an incredibly good life. It's just he's decided to take it all for granted by banging some random chick. And of course, so naturally, Michael Douglas and Glenn Close, they start fucking. And then naturally, the biggest red flag that any crazy person's going to put up right away is the, if you leave me, I'll kill myself. And of course, Glenn Close does this. And it's at that point that Michael Douglas is like, oh, dude, I'm going through this because I got to get my dick in, And it's like, he's like, second, she's like, I'll kill myself. He's like, oh, dude, why did I do this? And it's like, yeah. Everybody's been there to some degree. Now, granted, I've never done anything. I've never been married, and I've never cheated on anybody I've ever dated, but still, we've all kind of found ourselves attracted to a crazy person at some point, or at least it's happened to me a few times. And I've always cited Fatal Attraction as being one of the major reasons why I've always been able to sort of avoid these situations overall. I'm like, you got a fucking Glenn Close thing from Fatal Attraction going on. I'm steering clear of you. And it's always really worked for me. So I've always attributed to this film to saving me a bunch of grief. I love how she ends up cooking the kid's rabbit. Oh, that's just so epic. That is like one of the most iconic scenes ever in the history of fucking cinema. She cooks his kid's rabbit. Rabbit stew, motherfucker. You're gonna leave me, I'm gonna kill you. And she goes after his wife. And I'm thinking at the end of the movie, when everything's said and done with, she's finished, Glenn Close is dead, the wife's all frazzled, and Michael Douglas is sitting there looking like all bewildered and shit. I just don't understand how you're supposed to explain your way out of that one. Like, had he not fucked her, that would have been different. He would have been a complete victim here. He's like, it's not my fault. This crazy chick I met at a party, I made the mistake of saying hello to her. She thinks we're fucking betrothed or something now, and she cooked our kid's rabbit, and she's trying to kill you, and she's trying to fuck me. But no. He's guilty of sin on this one, so it's difficult to feel bad for him. I feel incredibly bad for his daughter, and I also feel incredibly bad for his wife. His family, in general, I feel bad for. I don't feel bad for him at all. You reap what you sow, basically. Keep your fucking dick in your pants, all right? If you're married, don't get married unless you're really in love with the person. Like, I'm not getting married unless I'm wild about the chick. It's not happening. Like, I don't want to find myself in a situation where I'm less attracted to her and more attracted to somebody else after I've said I do. Like, I do needs to be forever. Or at least that's the way I think it's supposed to be. It's probably why I'm 150 years old and still not married. But yeah, this movie's amazing. Adrian Lyne, who's of course also known for Jacob's Ladder, which is like one of my favorite movies ever. He does a bang-up job. Everything about this, it's just so serious, and there's such a there's an overwhelmingly serious tone to this entire film from start to finish. This is going to get messy, and it gets messy in sort of that selfish, yuppie 1980s, cold and sterile sort of way. This whole movie just says, don't do this. This is a fucking how-to manual for screwing your entire life up. So if you're out there right now and you're watching me talk about this and you're like, I'm thinking about fucking that chick I met yesterday, maybe you should watch Fatal Attraction, assuming you're in a relationship or you're married or whatever. If you're single, you could fuck that crazy chick. Sure, go nuts. What do you got to lose? Well, I imagine actually you have all the same things to lose that the characters in this movie lost, but you're just single. So they won't go after your wife. Maybe they'll go after your parents or your siblings, which isn't really any better. So maybe you just shouldn't have sex with crazy people. There's an idea. But yeah, so I'm going to go. So thank you so much for hanging out with me while I discussed Adrian Lyne's absolutely perfect film, and that is Fatal Attraction. If you like this review, like always, don't forget to do something nice for somebody. Don't forget that you guys fucking kick ass. Thank you for everything. Have a good night. I just wanted to say thank you for making it through the entire video. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to remind everyone one more time, even though I've probably already done this in the video that you just watched, to please click the like button as well as the subscribe button because it helps this channel grow. And thank you for hitting like and subscribe, and we will see you guys really soon.